Welcome to another exciting night of Ravens football. Hello, everyone. I'm Rick Burns, alongside the coach, Ross Pettigrew. And we are due to a scheduling problem, we are at Vista High School. And we are right in the field of play here. We're about 7 yards from the out-of-bounds line at the 40-yard line. So we don't want to see any passes come our way, Ross.
I don't want to see anybody near here, Rick.
No.
I'm too old to get out of the way.
I hear
I've
you.
already told the officials, if anybody is near the boundary line, blow the whistle.
Yeah, absolutely, that's right. Don't let them come in this direction. It could be an interesting night. Hamilton, blowing everybody out of the league so far this year.
I think they're, with all due respect to the Ravens, and, hey, we sort of like the Ravens. I think this is the best team they're going to play this year, and I think it may be the best team in the entire league.
Well, we'll find out. And the Ravens have had trouble health-wise with some players and key players. So hopefully they've got some key players back for this game because, as you say, they're going to need them for sure.
Summer football, you lose kids to vacation, you lose kids to jobs, you lose kids to being injured.
Yep.
And hopefully, I think there's one injury, significant injury, that might be back in a couple of weeks, but of a young man being back. But bottom line is, I think the Ravens are going to be full. As I told Glenn, you got to bring your A game this one.
Absolutely, and I'm sure both teams will. We'll take a quick time out from here at Vista Academy High School, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff right after this.
Problems, the ones that can't be solved overnight. United Way goes looking for them. Join the fight, because united we fight. United we win.
Welcome back to Vista High School. Rick Burns alongside the coach, Ross Pettigrew, and we just had the opening coin toss, so we are going to start the game here very shortly as we've given the signal to the officials, and we are good to go. The officials just figuring things out at the scorer's table here. All right, we are all set. And Hamilton has won the toss and deferred. So they will kick the ball off, and the Ravens will receive to start this game.
It seems that the teams always defer, Rick.
Yep. Back deep for the Ravens is number 22. Running back, safety, Ryan Connolly. Well, I don't know what happened there, but they faked the game. I don't think they got the whistle to start the game from the official.
Did you say Connolly's back there, D?
Yes.
Yeah, he's returned punts. He usually returns the punts.
Yeah.
But he's back on kickoff now. He's done well with punts. 22 returns for total yards of, not very far, only 11 yards. But they've got a great, I'll tell you one thing. Having watched film of these people, their coverage is great on kickoffs.
Yeah. They must be expecting a deep kick because Connolly is about 2 yards in the end zone.
He'll go deep. I didn't see them kick short on film at all.
It's kicked.
Let it go.
And it goes out of bounds. As that was Keone Elliott on the near side.
Sorry about that. I'm not supposed to be coaching, am I? I'm yelling, let it go, let it go.
Yeah, you were.
Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah. So with that is a penalty with the ball being kicked out of bounds. So instead of the 35, it's 5 yards. So they'll just bring it up to the 40. So the Ravens will start from their own 40-yard line.
Now, to be honest with you, Rick, I can't see much of what's going on because of the officials in front of me.
Well, we've got the down markers in front of us, yeah. So it's, like I say, it's going to be a challenge tonight, but we'll struggle through. We always do. As Domofsky on a quarterback keep designed, and he's going to get, with a little bit of help, up past the 50 for a Raven first down. So a good start right off the bat for the Ravens.
Donofsky is a great, he's got great speed for a quarterback. He's about 4.65 in the 40. He's about 6'2.5", 215 pounds. So he's tough to bring down, but he also, because he's got good speed and good vision, he's almost like having another running back out there, Rick.
Yep. This time they hand the ball off, and it's going to go to Donovan Osman out of Herman, and he's going to gain a couple out to the 55-yard line. They're going to mark it right at midfield.
It's going to be tough to run inside, I think, for the Ravens. They'll mix up. Hamilton will mix up a 40 front and a 50 front, but their linebackers play tight to the line of scrimmage. Interestingly enough, they rarely do press coverage. They do a lot of coverage, that's soft coverage. That's with the coverage unit, of course.
Right.
But I think the Ravens want to put it in the air this time.
And they do, as Domofsky with a screen pass is complete to Jackson. Tayshawn Jackson. See where they mark it. And he's going to be short by about a yard.
Well, they're in...
They're going to mark it at the 50-yard line. He needs the, if I can see correctly, the 50, or pardon me, the 49.
Coach Mill's going to go for it because they're in Ticat territory. But I have a feeling he might bring Domofsky under center instead of in shotgun.
Well, they brought a couple of the beefs up front there.
I think Domofsky's going to keep it.
They've got defensive lineman Joe Fillion on the line. Domofsky goes to his right, and with a little bit of help from your friends, he gets the first down.
He did. But again, that's where the size of Domofsky comes into play as well, Rick.
Oh, size and leg strength, absolutely.
Leg strength, size, and determination.
So first down, Ravens. Another run. Not much on that carry as Tayshawn Jackson swallowed up after a gain of a couple.
It's very difficult, Rick, for me to pick out whether it's a 40 front or a 50 front when we're down here at field level. But, you know, with the linebackers playing tight, they fill very quickly. And I think it's really going to be tough for the Ravens to run inside. Not that you can't do it. You got to keep the team honest. But, boy, it's going to be tough. But I think, obviously, they've got one receiver out to the right, and they've got three out to the left. So I think they're going to put it in the air.
And Domofsky looking downfield and throws it behind the intended receiver.
Punting situation.
I believe that was Liam Havinga, number 81. So, like I say, like we said off the top, due to circumstances beyond our control, we are not at the University of Windsor at Alumni Field. We are at Vista Academy High School. And unfortunately, we are on ground level, so if I miss a number or not, hopefully you'll see it on your TV screens because the cameras are up higher than we are.
It's all a mass to me.
Yeah. Picked up by Taylor Jackson. Jackson cuts it back the other way and is finally brought down on a nice tackle by Mateo Cava. So the Hamilton Junior Tiger Cats will start with their first possession in the powder blue and black with black numbers.
Borrowed blue jerseys.
I believe they are borrowed because
they are definitely borrowed.
Yeah, they didn't have
a white jersey.
Yeah, they didn't have a light color is what I was looking for. And that pass is intercepted. Great job of stepping up by Tylen Davis, a free safety out of Herman. And I'll tell you, he watched the quarterback's eyes on that one and it almost looked like it was being thrown to him.
And that's what is possible with his own defense, because when his own defense, the defensive backs are looking at the quarterback. A man, they're with the player, of course, the receiver. But in that case, his eyes followed, as you suggested. He had his eyes on the quarterback, Rick, and it was an easy pick for him.
So first down, Ravens. I'm not sure what yard line they're on. As I said, it's we have very limited.
It's on one of the lines.
You think? Domofsky in trouble, manages to get out of it, puts one up into the end zone, and it is intercepted into the end zone. As that was a bad decision by Domofsky. Doesn't make too many. There were way too many blue jerseys down there. Too many bodies, period. That was almost like a jump ball.
Bad decision.
Yeah.
Too many blue shirts in the area. You can't throw into coverage like that and expect to complete the ball.
No. That almost looked like the final play of the half or the game, where it's just put it in the air and see who comes down with it.
The Hail Mary.
The Hail Mary.
You know, you just can't do that.
You can't. You just get a turnover. You get a break. You're deep in the opponent's territory, and
you only get to the well so often, Rick, and you got to come away with some points.
The thing is, with his legs, he might have been able to gain a few yards, but you got to eat that ball for sure. That pass is complete.
Nicely done by the Ticats.
Taylor Jackson.
The quarterback was very patient, waited for the receiver to come open.
And had time.
Their offensive line is very good in pass pro. Pass pro meaning pass protection.
So Baresi pitches it back, and that's going to be probably let's see where the markers go. Yeah, it's going to be a loss on the play. So that'll bring up a second down, and I believe it's 11. Good coverage by the defense there for the Ravens, as they weren't fooled on that one at all.
I think they're sending a player off.
I think so too. It looks like it's the receiver, Taylor Jackson. Or pardon me, Jackson Taylor.
Unfortunately, Rick, we have no way of knowing how much time is left in the quarter. We have no clock available to us.
Baresi's pass is caught on the fly by Jakeem Irons, and he gets great yardage on that little slant. Actually, it's probably more of a post than a slant.
Now, Coach Mills doesn't like me saying this, but unfortunately, the coverage unit has not been outstanding for the Ravens this year.
So it'll be marked at the 52-yard line of the Ravens. Varsity looking to pass. He's got some time. Has to scramble out. Airs it out on the far side. Incomplete.
Well, the Ravens brought pressure that time, so that was a hurry.
I heard that voice. Third base. Turning it into a triple.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
I think they have the Ticats have the most prolific passing game in the Summer Football League.
Well, number 82, Jakeem Irons, who caught that last pass for a gain, he looks like he's about 6'8". He's right down here in front of us. Pass is intercepted again. This time it's Nicholas Baini. And Baini, thank God he got an extra 7 yards or he was going to be on our lap there. I thought you said they were going to outlaw that.
Didn't you hear me go silent?
Yeah.
I was debating whether to rip these phones off and head for the stands.
I hear you.
Be still, my beating heart.
Yeah, that was a little close, wasn't it? Well, 2 interceptions for the Ravens already, and they got to take advantage of this one. They have to put a drive together.
Got to get some points.
You got to make the opponents pay for their mistakes.
Well, the Ravens kept Hamilton from paying for theirs, but it got a little close on it.
Yes. Domofsky on a design run. Goes to the right. He's going to gain about 3 on the play.
A little bit of a quarterback draw there, but it didn't fool the defense.
No.
Plus, as I said, Rick, when you've got a 50 or a 40 front and the linebacker's tight, there aren't any gaps that are open.
No.
The only way they can get some space is to have one of their offensive linemen, say the guard, chip the defensive man over him, get to the linebacker, and let somebody else, like a back, pick up the other lineman.
So 2nd and 8 for the Ravens now.
They're coming after the quarterback.
They sure are, aren't they? They've got everybody on the line. And Domofsky gets it away quickly to Triffon.
I think he's short.
I think he's short too. Forward progress.
Oh, he might have had it.
They're going to get a good spot on this at the 45.
Well, Les Sulik's going to put it down, and
you know what? That's a good spot.
That's a very good spot.
That's where he caught it.
But I think it's short.
So it's going to be 3rd down, but inches. No, that's where he caught it before he was driven down. So that's a good spot. Good spot by the official.
Bet you don't get Coach Mills to agree. But you're right.
From here, I thought it was anyway. It's, basically when his feet came down, when he caught it, he was on the 45-yard line. This time, Domofsky, instead of going straight ahead, dances a little jig there to his right and gets the 1st down.
What Domofsky's going to do is come up to the line, Rick, and he's going to look where there's a sliver of a gap. And he's going to stay low, and he's going to move along the line till that thing opens a little bit, and then he takes off and goes through it. They're going to pinch down really tight on the A gaps on both sides.
Well, hopefully for the Ravens, they can keep this going here. And we're going to get a time count violation, I'm sure.
Yep.
Boy, you can't do that. Not when you're putting a drive together.
And part of the problem is, too, the quarterback can't look at the clock on the scoreboard that he does at Windsor.
Right.
So he doesn't see the time kicking down.
No, he would have to turn his head all the way to the side there as the scorer's table is to the side of us. And at field level as well.
But in a case like that, your offensive coordinator, Justin, the offensive coordinator's got to get the play in really quickly.
Yes. So 1st and 15, Domofsky's pass is incomplete. Intended for Osman.
One of the things you want to tell the quarterbacks is you've got to know where your receiver is, of course, but you've got to know where the defense is as well. Because if the defense is tight, they can jump that ball and take it a pick six going the other way.
Yeah. Well, and the coverage was there. Even if he caught it, it would have only been a short 2-yard gain. So.
It wasn't going anywhere.
No. Domofsky scrambling around, and he runs out of time as his internal clock, the alarm failed on his internal clock on that one.
Well, he did the wise thing. He didn't put it up in the air just for the heck of it. He took it, and he took the loss, but at least they can punt the ball out of danger.
Yeah.
Interesting how the umpire on the third down, when it's a kicking situation, punting situation, comes on the side of the where the punter is going to be. Added protection for him to make sure he doesn't get hit.
Underhill on the near side and Taylor on the far side. It goes to Underhill. We got a penalty marker down back at the 50-yard line as Underhill gets it up to the 40. But we'll have to wait and see.
I don't know if the Ravens were offside or somebody was offside. It's
number 4 for
holding. I think if it's a hold, I'm surprised. Maybe it's the Ravens.
I don't see a number 4 for the Ravens on the field, but I do for Hamilton.
Okay, it must have been Hamilton.
Yeah.
You know, and
I saw the official give up 4 fingers and then the hold sign.
You got it, and that's what it's against.
Yeah. Well, I think he grabbed the one outside man right away, right off the bat, and hindered him from getting downfield. So.
Well, that puts Hamilton back deep in their own end, and the Ravens' defense has got to come to the fore now.
Yeah. I want to say it's about the 25-yard line. Pass is dropped. Or are they going to call it a fumble? Nope, they're calling it incomplete. Didn't have possession long enough, but that's twice now, though, that Jaqueen Irons has been open.
Bruce Carter, the deep official, he called it right away, and if he makes the call, it's gold.
Yeah.
Probably, in my opinion, he's the best football official in the entire country. The thing is with that, sounds good, but my opinion really doesn't count for much.
Pass is caught for a short gain. It was Baroda, pardon me. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
This is another thing I don't like about Canadian football. The referee stops play to get everybody in. I still like the American system where it's once the play's over, you get 40 seconds, and you got to have your punt team ready to get in there. Boom. If you don't get them in, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah. Well, and it keeps the game going too, right? Whoa, bad snap. Good job of getting it away. Good long punt that takes a Hamilton bounce. It's finally taken at the 30-yard line by Elliott. Elliott gets around to his left, and a great return by Elliott to get out to midfield. Finally tackled by Dante Dos Santos.
He recovered on that one very quickly, Rick, because the ball went by him. It was an excellent punt, great roll. But fortunately, the bounce was there. He got the old, what they call the Argo bounce. And so he was able to pick it up and made great yardage. He saw, and he did something really wise. He didn't go east and west. He didn't go quite north and south, but at least he went sort of northeast.
Yeah. So
he was gaining yards as he ran away from the coverage.
Well, how fitting to have an Argo bounce with the Argo colors out there.
Very observant, Mr. Burns.
A blind squirrel gets a nut every now and then, you know.
I'm going to ask a question.
Jim, is that the end of the first quarter?
So that is the end of the first quarter.
No score. We said it'd be a defensive battle, Rick.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't, but that's what we knew it would be.
We were hoping a good game. Both are good teams. We knew you know, we knew Hamilton would give the Ravens a battle, and the Ravens are giving Hamilton a battle. So that's what that's what you want.
Evenly matched teams.
Yep.
And both playoff bound.
That was Donovan Osman, the ball carrier. Gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 4. Domofsky's looking to pass and decides to tuck and run. And he should have enough for a first down as he gets to the 45-yard line. He needed the 46, and he's going to get to the 45. Good heads-up play there by Domofsky. Nothing there. Tuck and run, man. Tuck and run.
Absolutely, Rick. And he did a wonderful job of that. And again, he used his size to bull his way forward for a first down.
Yep.
Domofsky's going to the University of Windsor in the fall, and they are thrilled to get him.
Oh, he'll do well. He'll do well.
And we'll get to call his games.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he'll do well. And he's got, we'll go after this play. Domofsky on a quarterback run that time, draw. And he's going to gain about 4 on the play. Well, he's got good coaching here with Coach Mills, and he's going to, he's definitely not dropping off in coaching abilities with John Paul Cercelli at the university, and all the Cercelli family at the university.
All the Cercellis are involved. Pat Donovan, great defensive coordinator. That team is really in good shape and augurs well for a good future.
Yep. Domofsky with a pass. It's down low. And what are they going to call? They're going to call it complete. I didn't see. I had the one.
Yes.
Okay, I had the down marker official in front of me, so.
I did too, but I decided it was complete right from the get-go, even though I couldn't see it.
Well, they must have went with your decision.
They did.
For calling it. So it's going to be 3rd and short. They have to get to the 35, and they're on the 35.5-yard line.
Sometimes they're bringing in Joel Fillion on the offensive line. He's normally a defensive lineman, but he can push just about anybody out of the way. He's actually playing for the Lancers now, and right now he doesn't need much yardage, but he got it.
Yeah, actually gained 4 on it. As, the last couple times, Ross, I've noticed, I don't know if it's designed, it probably is, he's not going straight up the middle. He's taking a step either right or left, and then...
He as I said earlier, Rick, he checks the A gap first. When the A gap is covered, he looks to the B. When the B gaps, he's going to move to the C.
Right.
So he does that on the fly, and it's not pre-programmed. He's told to take the first gap he sees.
Okay. Well, so far it's worked because they're, 3 for 3, so...
They were 3 for 3 going into the game on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Domofsky had his hand as he was about to throw it. Good job of hanging on to that ball as Nicholas Garcia, number 16 for the Junior Ticats, got in there. And I don't know if he got the hand or if he actually got the ball, but it caused Domofsky to juggle a little bit and lose 5 yards.
With the coverage the way it is, and the aggressiveness of the line getting in, along with maybe one of the linebackers coming, I wouldn't be surprised if they start rolling him a little bit, because the coverage is, and he's going to have a choice. He can, if the coverage comes to him, he can throw the ball. If it stays back, he can run with it.
Right. This time he pitches it off to Jackson, and Jackson with a nice run.
I think he's still short, Rick.
He's going to be short, but he got a lot of that penalty yardage back.
I think we're going to see Trifon.
Yeah. He needed 15, and he got 10. So.
I hope that's not Trifon kneeling over there.
Yes, it is.
As their field goal kicker and punter, they don't need to lose him.
No.
And Greg Marshall at the University of Western Ontario with the Mustangs doesn't want to lose him, see him get hurt either, because that's where Mateo is going next year.
Yeah. Well, if it's a slight little injury, hopefully it's not his kicking leg. It's definitely not his kicking leg.
It's not good. It's wide.
It's wide, but bringing it out of the end zone is Underhill. Underhill all the way out across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Great return by Underhill. Finally tackled by Lucas Brown, and Lucas Brown grabbed him by the shoulder pads and picked him up.
Lucas Brown
said, nice run.
Lucas Brown's tough as nails. He's a first-year varsity player. He had a great career as a junior varsity, winning awards. And now he's an offensive lineman with the Bell River Nobles during the fall and with the Ravens during the summer, and he's an outstanding ball player. Great kid, too. One of my favorites.
Yep.
Let's go, defense. Shut it down.
So that was about a 30 to 35 yard return. Is
not good coverage.
Underhill was pretty far back in his own end zone when he got that.
Not good coverage.
No.
Big stuff, G. Let's go. Jump it, Reese. Jump it, Reese. Jump it. Jump it.
Varsity with the quick pass out to Irons.
I heard Les Suliak, the head linesman, say 1 yard short.
Yep.
And that's what it is.
Boy, that Elliott's a big kid. I can tell who he is. He's head and shoulders above everybody else in the huddle.
You know, I'll bet he's a good basketball player, too.
Oh, probably.
Because he's a good athlete.
He wouldn't have high to jump to dunk it, that's for sure.
Better chance than you and me.
Oh, yeah. On the keeper. See where they spot it, but it looks like it's just going to be enough for a first down. He needed the 39. And by the looks of it, they're probably going to give him just over the 39.
Well, they're going to call for a measure, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ross. Well, if it's where the official wearing number 25 has got his foot, that's a first down.
It is.
Because he's beyond the 39. So.
I should tell Les, the lines are crooked, Les.
Yeah, it's a squiggly line. Varsity hands the ball off, and that's going to be a short 1.5 yard gain as a swarm of Ravens on the tackle. There to finish him off was number 22. That's Ryan Connolly, who's not only a running back but a safety as well. And he just lowered I believe it was 22, just lowered the boom on him. Or was it 24? It might have been 24. Yeah, it was 22 and 24. Now, look out.
Well, coming in, Neff had 9 tackles coming into this game.
Yeah. Well, he got half of one on that, I guess. They each get credit for a half a tackle, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Assisted tackles and solo tackles. Different solo, of course, is when you tackle by yourself.
Right. I knew that.
You're so good.
No, I wouldn't say that, but I knew that. So 3rd and 8.5. Good high punt.
Boy, you don't want those to hit the ground.
No. Taken off the bounce by Connolly, and Connolly tripped up neatly by Zachary Payne.
Connolly's had 22 punt returns. No, he's had 22 punt returns, and the average is 11 yards a return.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
No.
But that time I think he had more. If he had come outside toward the sideline, I think he had more room to go. But I'm glad he went inside because I'm close to the sideline.
Oh, I don't know if he'd have gotten this far, but
yeah, and you know, Cliff, our director producer, told us that might have gotten more if he got it on the fly, and that's probably correct.
yeah.
Boy, Cliff's getting to be. He should be sitting here.
Handoff. Nice gain by Connolly.
I was talking to Coach Porter before the game, and he said the Ravens think that they can wear down the defensive line of the Ticats. I haven't seen any sign of it yet. And I'm sorry we can't tell the folks at home how much time is left in the second quarter till the half. We just don't have that information available to us.
Handoff again, and a nice strong run by Ryan Connolly.
Tremendous surge by the offensive line on that one, Rick.
Yep.
That's it! 340, Rick,
3:40 left in the half. I can hear our friend Aaron there on the PA announcing to the fans as well, because they want to know. They're all behind everything, right? They're up on the berm there.
We're safe.
Yeah. And Domofsky on the keeper. Oh man, I'll tell you, I wish we had a monitor to see that on the replay. But he turned to hand it off, and there wasn't anybody there, so he just took off.
That's a good decision.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yep.
Nice gain, first down yardage on a broken play. That doesn't happen very often. Not on a broken play, anyway. Domofsky looking to air it out, tucks it and runs, and gains about 3 on the play.
Domofsky tucking and run is becoming one of their best plays.
Well, there hasn't really been, which is smart because there hasn't really been anybody to throw to. The coverage, Hamilton has great coverage.
Their coverage unit is outstanding, Rick.
I mean, Essex has too, right? I mean, they've gotten 2 interceptions. There's your 3-minute warning.
Although the Ravens have had pretty good coverage this game, they've had 2 interceptions, I think.
2, yeah. Domofsky looking to pass, and we got a penalty marker down.
It's incomplete.
It was a forward pass.
I think it's a hold. But the pass was incomplete. I think the Ravens were called for a hold, so they got to be very grateful that the ball was called incomplete, and that was a good call by the referee, Al Jemmy. He's doing a great job. This is a really good refereeing crew of officials. And I'm not a coach right now, so I can't be, trying to curry favor in any way.
Except for that one punt where you told the kid to let it go out of bounds.
Yeah, true.
I was thinking it. I didn't say it, but I was thinking the same thing. Like, let it bounce, man. Let it bounce.
I'm not sure I wouldn't have. Well, they took the penalty.
You got your coaching hat on. Go ahead. Come on, coach.
I'm just wondering, would I have declined the penalty?
It would have been 3rd down and 8. I think I would have.
I think I would have declined it, but we'll see what happens on this play.
Couple yards short. Nice slant route by Nathan Smith, but he's going to be a couple yards short.
So,
I mean, now, instead of 3rd and, what did I say it was? 7 or 8? It's 3rd and 2. It's manageable.
And you know something? I know that you play a game of field position, but they're on the Ticat side of the field, and their defense has been holding pretty well. I think Coach is going to take a timeout.
Yep, Coach Mills.
To think about it.
Calling the guys over.
I'm not sure if he's talking to his coaching staff. Should we punt the ball away and put it deep, or, but the coverage hasn't been that great. Hamilton's been getting some good returns.
Underhill, number 9 for Hamilton. He's had a couple really nice returns.
Do you think he's related to the head coach? perhaps? Underhill. I think he is. And Baresi, his son plays for the team as well.
I'll take your word for it because I have no clue.
I don't either about anything.
So our next televised game of the Ravens, our next telecast will be July 8th. And we will be playing they will be playing, Burlington. 7 o'clock start, and hopefully we are back at Alumni Field on the grounds of the University of Windsor campus.
I am so hopeful of that. But Burlington's a great program. It was a great program in the old OFC.
Yep.
It's still a really, really fine program, and you know, it's another program where the Ravens are going to be very tested, sorely tested. But the bottom line is, I don't think they're quite as good as this Hamilton team, and this Hamilton team is giving the Ravens all they can take today.
Well, and vice versa, because I don't think that Hamilton has gone up against the team the way the Ravens have played this first half either.
I think these teams, you couldn't have two more. You're right, Rick. Couldn't be two more evenly matched teams.
Yeah. Well, Domofsky is in the game, so it looks like they're going to go for it. 3rd and 2. Quick, Coach, what would you call?
It's been successful so far. I wouldn't change it up. I'm not getting fancy.
Domofsky behind center. Snap it. There you go. Penalty marker flies on the far side. That's going to be a free 5 yards. That time I coached there. Snap it. The guy was leaning as a center. Snap the ball.
So if they're offside, are you think Coach Mills won't decline it? I don't believe I said that.
What's in that water you're drinking over there?
Must be something crazy.
I know vodka is clear, but I know you're not a drinker, so.
Oh, I drink a lot of milk.
Yeah. Alcohol. You're not an alcohol drinker.
Never really was, Rick.
Neither of us are.
No,
actually,
never really was.
As far as that goes.
But my friends make up for me.
Oh, I have a few that, yes, that, yeah. Make up for me and then some. Make up for a few.
Oh, yeah. That was a really, really unfortunate offside for Hamilton.
It was a tough call on Hamilton, but it was what it was. As the pass is complete to Elliott. And Elliott's going to be close to another first down. And it looks like they're going to mark it at the 25. So that will be a first down.
Coming into the game, he was 6 for 15 on completions for 156 yards. And 2 touchdowns going into this game.
So 1:55 left in the half.
You know, that handoff took just a little too long.
Yeah.
He was riding him, and it didn't look like he was riding him with taking to look whether or not he was going to take the ball, pull it, and go himself. So it wasn't like a read option, I don't think. It was just a matter of giving the ball and get it done quickly. Do we have an injured player?
I believe it's the gentleman there.
On the knee?
Yeah, on the knee right near the ball. I can't catch the number. It's 90-something. It might be Trenton Gardner, number 93. Although all the defensive line are in the 90s number-wise. So, and unfortunately, our camera crew can't.
Yeah, Trenton Gardner. He's an all-star in Hamilton. He's out of Brebeuf in Hamilton.
I think that's who it is, but I'm not sure. And unfortunately, our camera crew, they're not very high up either and don't have a straight line of. It is 9-3. Okay, so we got word from the truck. It is Trenton Gardner. And they're looking at his ankle. And that would be a big loss up the middle there on the defense for Hamilton.
There's no question. He's a fine ball player.
93.
hopefully it's nothing too serious here, as we've mentioned many times on our telecast. Home, visitor, doesn't matter. We definitely don't want to see anybody hurt at all. And
when I was coaching, Rick, and a kid went down, it didn't matter whether it was a kid on my team or, at Bell River or Essex when I was coaching. I just said, please get up, son.
Yeah. And he's walking, which is good to see, and actually not really much of a limp, so that's even better to see. So just a slight limp. And for those who were watching our last home game and are wondering, yes, Coach Mills is back. He is fine. A little bit of a medical issue there that ended the game earlier on the sidelines of the last on our last telecast. He's doing great. Everything is A-OK. So if those that were wondering what was what, like I say, we're not going to go into specifics, but just be rest assured that he is back to 100%.
We were worried.
Oh, we were that night, I'll tell you. Handoff. Nice cut by Connolly. Connolly tries to make another cut. Good job wrapping up that ball and securing it. And getting down, I believe he's in the inside the 5 to the 4. So it looks like they're going to put it about the 5-yard line. Fortunately, not unfortunately, but fortunately, we're getting help out in the truck from our main man, Cliff Danby, out there, because where we're at, there isn't really any power, so we don't have a monitor. So unfortunately, we can't bring you the replays like we normally do. That pitch to Jackson, not really going anywhere.
I think he lost.
I think so too. Nah, looks like the line of scrimmage. Oh, no. They're backing him up about a half a yard by the looks of it. I'm going by the yard markers here and the down marker.
And we're on an angle with that.
Yeah. No, we are not moving our table up closer to the line, Cliff. We've already had one fairly close already. I am not tempting fate.
On the plus side, Rick, we're doing the game at this time of day rather than midday, which would have been terrible.
Oh.
Because it's actually not too bad now. A little bit of a breeze, and it's a little cooler.
It's starting to cool off. Yeah, I know, you're right. So timeout, Essex. They'll take their second and final timeout with 1:10. Oh, pardon me, 52 seconds? 52 seconds left in the first half. So well, they have to get points here.
You know something?
They have to.
This is just such a critical play for both teams.
Oh, absolutely.
Coming up right now. And I don't think Coach Mills is just going to run a play to the center of the field and go for the field goal that way. He wants 6 points.
Oh, absolutely. He wants,
well, actually 7.
Well, yeah, he wants the major, no question about it. I would too, but I'm not saying play it safe, but hold on to that ball and no turnovers, no matter what, man.
Big disadvantage for the coaches on both sides tonight is there's no press box, so there's no phones, and they can't see really on the field. Like if you have help from up top,
yes,
it's amazing how much better your coaching becomes.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't believe the high school coaches in Windsor don't do it, and I don't get it.
Yeah. Domofsky looking to pass, scrambling to his right, looking for the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Nice run by Domofsky as he basically just outran the defenders.
Yes, he did. He's got speed.
He does. He does.
And when he picks him up and lays him down, he covers ground.
He's a tall kid. Like I say, I'm 6'1", and he's a little bit taller than I am. I know that. And standing there talking with him, I'm definitely a little shorter, and he's got long legs, and he used those legs to his advantage on that one, I'll tell you.
He says he's 6'2", but I tell him, no, I think you're 6'2.5".
I'm 6'1", so he
just laughs. He said he'll go with my call on it.
Okay. Triffon's extra point is good. So the Ravens take the lead 7-0, and well, we promised you at the beginning a good game, and I'll tell you, we are seeing a really good game. So here you'll see on the replay, Demoski outrunning the coverage to the corner of the end zone.
I'm really enjoying it too. Now, only if I could see it as well as you can.
Well, Cliff's giving me the play-by-play out in the truck, so I'm just repeating what he's saying.
Well, he's got the replay.
He's got the replay in the truck, yeah.
I'm expecting a squib.
It would not be the first time. Cliff asking, do you want to call the game from the top of the truck? Years ago, Ross, I did motocross, which I know nothing about, out in Leamington.
On top of a truck?
Paul Tan was here at the time.
Our good friend Paul.
Yeah, and he says, can you do me a favor? I said, sure. The only problem was it was probably about -30.
Oh.
And we were on lawn chairs on top of the mobile, on top of the truck.
I'd have gone home. Look at the size of this 97 right here.
Oh, I know. They're huge.
Guy's mammoth. It scares me looking at him being this close. Now that's a great kick.
Great kick by Triffon. And that's taken by Furkadic. And Furkadic gets out to the 10, maybe 11-yard line. So a little bit better coverage that time by the Ravens, but a great kick by Triffon. He almost put that out of the back of the end zone for the single point. I'm not saying rouge.
Dare I?
No.
Okay. I'm not going to say it would have been a rouge.
No, don't do it.
I won't do it. I did, but I won't do it.
No.
I don't like that either.
I hate that. It's a single point, period.
That's what it is.
But it wasn't because it didn't go out the back of the end zone.
So why are we even talking about it?
I don't know.
Well, there's a bit of a gap here.
I was going to say, we're killing a little bit of time here.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the holdup is.
37 seconds left in the first half. I don't know what it is. Well, Triffon had to run back to get the tee.
Was there a flag? I see some.
Well, they did call it. They called that a safety. So, go ahead, Rob.
The penalty took place, well, there was a holding penalty apparently, and it took place in the end zone. So it's an automatic first point. The ball comes out to the 35.
Yes, I didn't see any penalty flags. So
I did. I just saw it being picked up, though. I didn't see it during the play.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a screen.
Yeah. Gain of about 7 on the play.
It's a good call.
It was a good call.
Well, Jamie Baresi, you know, the offensive coordinator, the experience he's had, he can flat out coach football and call a game. He also was the offensive coordinator for Ottawa when he was the head coach of the GGs.
Well, it helps if your son is the quarterback. If it is his son, because his name is Baresi as well. And Baresi now running for his life. Looked out. That's a little close to us. But he should have enough for the first. I didn't quite see where he was.
He's got the first.
Bounds, but
he's got the first.
Yeah.
And just a matter of how much time's left on the clock. And I wish I knew, and I don't.
So there you see Baresi with a nice run and getting out of bounds. Varsity, his arm was hit just as he got rid of the ball. That was Sonny Chandler and Finn Kaplan that were in. I didn't see which one caught his arm.
I don't know, but Sonny Chandler, he's been just tremendous this year with 11 total tackles, 11 assisted tackles, 17 total tackles, and one and a half sacks. 1.5 means he had help with the one by himself and one with help, 0.5.
Varsity scrambling around again, and this time he puts it out, and incomplete. Great job and good timing by Rakowska, as just as the ball hit the receiver's hands, he slapped it away. Good timing not to get a pass interference call. So
no question of that.
That'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
Rakowski's a safety for the Ravens. He's had 13 tackles.
He's played well.
Actually, 28 total tackles.
We've called his name quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's good. He's a really fine ball player.
So there's 5 seconds left in the first half.
He's out of Jim McDougall's program at Kennedy.
Yeah, no, he's a fine ball player. Like I say, we've called his name, or I have anyway, many times this year. Just great timing to get there at the same time the ball and not touch the player. He just swatted it right out of his hands just as he was about to catch it.
Yeah, for sure. Good timing, good play. He was in position, too, and that's the key thing. You can make the play when you're in position.
Yeah.
Andrew George does a really fine job, both with special teams and the defensive backs.
Well, Hamilton must have called that timeout because
Ravens didn't have any.
No, yeah, they already called their 2. And they're leaving the offense on the field. So, we got a penalty marker here on the near field as Varsity is running for his life right now. And he's just going to save his body, and which is smart, step out of bounds.
We got offside on the Ravens.
No, on Hamilton.
On Hamilton. I'm sorry, you're right. You're absolutely right. It was offside on Hamilton.
Decline it and end the half?
Half is over.
Yeah. Well, Ross, it's everything we thought it would be and more. A great, great football team between 2, and you said it a couple minutes ago, you couldn't get 2 more evenly matched teams.
And 2 great coaching staffs to go with it.
Oh, absolutely. It's just, like I say, it's been unbelievable. And the Ravens came out on top here at the half, and 2 turnovers. But unfortunately, they couldn't do anything with those turnovers. They have to capitalize.
No question.
You know, if the other team's going to give you something, you have to take it. So we'll see what the second half brings as we'll take a quick timeout from here at Vista Collegiate High School. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this.
I'm Jody Pierce, Manager of Community Programs, Windsor Essex Community Health Center. For more information on our social prescribing program, please contact the number on the screen below.
Start the day right for your mind and the body. Join Danielle Ryan for Yoga with Danielle, Monday to Friday at 9:30 a.m. Your TV, truly local.
Standing here with a remarkable man, a man who's coached football at more levels than you would ever believe are possible. His name, Jamie Varsity. And Jamie is from Hamilton, but he did a PhD. He's Dr. Jamie Varsity, did his PhD at Penn State where he coached football. He coached at Wake Forest in the NC2A. Then he came back. He was the offensive coordinator of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He's been the head coach of the Ottawa GGs. What else, Coach?
Now I'm coaching the Junior Tiger Cats. It doesn't get better than that.
Well, it's great to have you here today, although I saw a film of what your kids do on the offense, and with you calling the offense, I told Coach Glenn Mills,